Josh Green here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by the returning Zach Parker. How are you doing today, Zach?
Yeah, all good. Just training hard, getting ready for obviously my fight next week. So yeah, it's all systems go.
A relief to sort of have a fight in the diary. It's been a little bit of time. Been waiting to sort of hear that news.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you just got to wait until they pull the chance up, and obviously, Liam Davis getting pulled off the fight. Obviously, a bit unlucky for him, but yeah, I've grabbed it with both hands when they've obviously put it up for me to go on to it. So yeah, glad to be back out, and obviously ain't too far away from Derby as well.
I know you've been working with Neil Marsh a long time now, and he's always
Yeah.
got those opportunities for yourself. What was it like waiting around, and how pleased are you that the opportunity has come around?
Yeah, obviously, it's a waiting game in boxing, is, and you just got to wait for your chance. And obviously, Neil's doing all effing behind closed doors, whatever no one sees, and he puts a lot of work in for his lads. And yeah, it's like I say, I'm glad to be out now, and not long to go, only like 10 days. So yeah, I can't wait to get back in the ring.
Before we look forward to 10 days' time, just have a little reflection on the last fight, last time out against Tyron Zuga. A little bit of time's passed now. How do you sort of reflect on the performance?
Yeah, obviously, it weren't my best night. It was, I think people thought it was gonna like he's a bit shot, but obviously he's showing he's still got a bit to go, and he obviously a former world champion. Obviously didn't help him being 5 or 6 pounds over the weight limit compared to me. Obviously, I'm pulling myself down to a certain weight, and he's obviously wasn't too bothered about getting down to it. So yeah, but yeah, just get the win, get on to the next one now.
And the next one, of course, is Jack Arnfield, a week Saturday, as they say, down in
Yeah,
Birmingham. Really, look, it's a really exciting fight. He's obviously been there at that top level. He's got a win over John Ryder, someone you unfortunately lost out to a couple of years ago. He's got the pedigree. What
yeah.
can you expect from him, do you think?
Yeah, I think he's just gonna bring it. To be fair, he's obviously come back and he's had a fight this year, and I think he's going to try and take it by fans. If he beats me, he'll probably be up there with the big lads again. So yeah, I think like he's probably one of his last chance saloon to get on to these bigger cards, and obviously I'm looking forward to a good fight. See what he still has left, and yeah, like I say, I didn't have a date last few like until like only a few weeks ago, so I'm relishing in the chance to get out there again and perform.
How do you view this in terms of a step up and what a win could do for your career moving forwards?
Yeah, just obviously get this one out of the way, and there's some good lads out there at light heavy. This one's made in between again, but I'm if there's big fights this is middle, I'll take them as well. But yeah, at the minute, light heavy, a lot of the British lads are at light heavy. Obviously, Willie Hutchinson, Barazzi, and that Yard. There's a lot of good big fights at light heavy, so we'll have to wait and see. Get fully focus on Jack Arnfield first, and then we can go and look at these big lads after.
What weight is the Armfield fight going to be at?
It's just 12.5, so a couple of pound under light heavy. But yeah, I didn't obviously didn't have much notice of the fight only a few weeks ago, so you don't want to be ain't for a title or nothing. So we don't want to be draining ourselves trying to get down to the close to the super middleweight limit because that's a gradual process. You don't just do it overnight. So yeah,
I noticed Jack was originally born in Derby. He's up in the northwest now, up near Blackpool. But I was wondering
no,
if you had any
didn't know
spars
that.
with him or anything.
No, I didn't know. I think I spotted him once when I was just about turning over, but that was years ago. That was so. But yeah, I didn't know he was from born in Derby and that. So
Just a little bit of extra spice to it, I guess.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Should make out for a good fight. Like I say, I think it'll be his last chance soon, and he'll be coming to bring it. So yeah, it should make out for a good fight for the fans.
You talk about sort of your future now being at light heavyweight. How did that sort of decision come about for you? You've obviously been at super middle for pretty much all your career.
I'm just looking for the biggest fights out there. Obviously, a lot of the British lads are at like a lot of the big fights at like every British lads. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But obviously, if there's a big opportunity comes at super middle, either going over abroad, over America or something, going to fight super middle, I'll take it with both hands. I can still make super middleweight division, but like I say, it's a gradual process, so you need a bit more like time in your hands to get to down to that. Not for just a few weeks. That's why it's been made at 12-5.
What do you think the difference when you do become a sort of fully fledged light heavyweight will be in your style, and what do you think will change in terms of preparations for you?
Yeah, obviously, I'll be able to eat a bit more. That's one bonus. But yeah, obviously you need to go into the weight. I've just turned 30. I'm coming into my prime now. Well, just about coming into my prime, and yeah, obviously you do different sorts of trainings, strength and conditioning. That maybe you want to go up a bit in size. Just it depends on who you're fighting, really. Obviously, if they're big built, you want to be a bit quicker. You're not going to be putting loads of muscle on. So yeah, just depending on which fight. But obviously, like I said, I'm getting on to 30 now. So yeah, uh, I'll be comfortable at light heavy. But if the big opportunity does arise, I will be going back down to super middle.
I know you've mentioned the Anthony Yarde fight in the past. He's obviously someone that's not got an opponent at the moment. They tried to make the Buatsi fight, and I don't think that
Yeah.
was able to get over the line. Do you think you could be tempted into fighting yourself?
Yeah, maybe. I think it's going through a few like problems with obviously Queensbury. I think he was saying that he's out of contract now. Queensbury is saying he isn't. So yeah, if he does want to fight, I'm here. I'm here. I'm one of them fighters who will step in with anyone. And obviously, if the money's right, then we can do business. But yeah, I think he's just going through a few things with contractually with Queensbury first. So see where's that after.
How do you sort of view that, looking at it from the outside? It's been going on for a little while, those sort of conversations between Frank and Anthony and his team.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Obviously, I'm sure Frank and that are going through the whole process. These are one of the best in the business. Obviously, one of the top promoters out there, and the Yard obviously just wanted trying to get these big fights. But if Queensbury are saying you're still in contract, you're still in contract, aren't you? So I don't think they just slip up sort of things. So yeah. We'll have to see what comes out of it. I think they've done really well for Yard as well over the years. They've given him a lot of opportunities, so you shouldn't really be backstabbing him if he isn't out of contract.
Whether he's with Queensbury or not, does it make it easier to make the fight between you and him if he is with Frank?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, well, at the minute they seem to be doing business always promoters, don't they? So it don't really matter. But yeah, but I think it would probably make it easier if we're both with the same promotional company, especially like you can obviously see Frank and Eddie working together, but you don't see a lot of the American side. Don't they ain't coming over yet? So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Another possible fight, and I don't want to play matchmaker too much here, is I guess Ben Whitaker, another person that's sort of struggling to sort of find an opponent to step up to that sort of fringe world level. You've obviously been there at super middleweight, but would be looking to make
Yeah.
a name at light heavyweight. Is that a fight you'd sort of like to go into?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, think I'm a couple of levels above it. I'm looking to try and push on for these world titles. I think probably need to go fight for a British title something soon. I think they're giving him some strong lads, but obviously nothing like at my level at the minute. They're just getting him a few rounds in. So yeah, maybe go for a British title, and then we can talk after.
What have you made of his sort of rise so far and the style he sort of has in the ring?
Yeah, he's got a good style. He's just flashy. He's a good boxer. Obviously, not been in there with anyone yet, and not been tested properly yet. So we'll wait and see when he goes up against someone who's going to hit him back quite a few times. So yeah, But yeah, he's making a big name for himself. Obviously, dancing into the ring and his style is going to get people turning their head, and that's what we want in boxing.
If he was showboating in the ring like he's been doing, and you were in the opposite corner, what do you think would happen?
I doubt it'd be showboating.
A fight you mentioned earlier was Joshua Buatsi and Willie Hutchinson. Willie's
Yeah.
obviously earned that opportunity with his win over Craig Richards. He's probably going to be the underdog again going into that fight against Buatsi. How do you see it playing out?
Yeah, I think Buatsi's been up there for a number of years now. Obviously, went to Olympics and that, got a bronze medal, and obviously I think he's been in there with a better opposition. Obviously, already beat Craig Richards before when Craig was a bit more in his prime then. So yeah, I probably see Buatsi probably getting a late stoppage in that fight.
Do you think he's sort of there's a few levels still between those two fighters? Willie's obviously got a very good amateur record. He had a lot of fights as a youth amateur, I believe, but in the pros, he's probably not achieved what Josh has.
No, I don't think he's achieved what Josh has at the minute. Obviously, he's been beat as well by my man Lennox Clark. So yeah, it's a pick and fight really. If people styles make fights, and if he starts getting taken into the deep end towards the end of the fight with Buatsi, I think he comes on strong towards the end. So yeah, and he looked like he was tiring a bit in the Craig Richards fight towards the end. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's going to make out for a good fighter.
Final bit of business, sort of rumours circulating and reports. They're more than rumours really that it'll be Canelo Alvarez, somebody I know you were chasing for quite a while when you were down at Super against Chris Eubank Jr. What do you make of that one?
I ain't heard that one yet. That's news to me, but yeah.
Reputable sources saying that would be the next fight to make for Canelo.
Yeah, mate, that might be a good fight. See what Chris Eubank's got left. He's had a couple of good wins, obviously Williams and that. But I think Canelo's just too many steps above. I think he's fully fledged in super middleweight. He's at Chris Eubank's been up in super middleweight before and he lost, didn't he? So we'll have to wait and see. I think Canelo will beat him, maybe a late stoppage.
You see sort of any chance for Chris Eubank Jr. in that fight?
Not with his style, like his new style, obviously, but trying to box and move a bit more. Maybe in his old style where he actually brung the fight to his opponents. But I think Canelo's just a bit too wise for all that.
Why do you think Chris Eubank Jr. would be more in favour of taking a fight like that? We've seen obviously linked with Hamza Shiraz, linked with some of the middleweight, obviously the Conor Benn fight. Why do you think Canelo over?
It's obviously boxing's about money in it, and he's obviously a bigger name at the minute. And I think Canelo is probably almost done at super middleweight. He probably want to move up to light heavy soon. So we'll have to wait and see what he does. But if it's probably one of his last fights, what he can make a lot of money up from. So yeah, it's all about money in it. He's the cash cow as well. Canelo is. So you just have to. They do as it's told. All the TVs and that they do as told, and if it makes money, they're gonna do it.
Fair enough, Zach. 10 days until you're back in the ring now. Really exciting times for you. So we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we can catch up again after, mate.
Okay, cheers, mate.